Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best snow cone machines.
Starting at number 5.
Nostalgia Snow Cone. This adorable snow cone maker puts a tiny old-fashioned pushcart with 2 wheels, 2 legs, and a little shelf that holds 2 cones for filling and serving right on your kitchen counter. It's a great way to add a little carnival atmosphere to a birthday, pool party, or barbecue. That said, it doesn't lack in power or capacity, with a bin that can contain enough shaved ice for about 20 cones. This machine can use standard ice cubes, but it's a bit more involved to use. You fill the hopper chamber with ice cubes, lock the lid in place, and wait for 30 seconds or so as it's turned into pebbly ice. We found the snow cone texture to be pretty perfect with the Nostalgia Vintage machine, with tiny crunchy bits in very consistent size. The problem is that the hopper chamber that holds the cubes pre-shaving is much smaller than the generously sized bin, which means that you'll have to keep reopening, refilling, and reshaving over and over if you plan to make snow cones for a big party. The layout is also a little awkward. You have to scoop the crushed ice through the machine's fairly small door, which makes it easy to spill, especially if you have larger hands. It's slightly complicated to take apart and clean, though on the other hand, the parts are only really in contact with water and need just a wipe down after use.
Coming at number 4.
Zeni Ice Shaver. This powerful little machine is made to use in a restaurant, food truck, or other commercial setting, but it's priced low enough that it's reasonable to consider for home use, as well. The ZENY is capable of producing 143 pounds of snow cone ice per hour, assuming you have 143 pounds of ice on hand to begin with. Next time you need snow cones on demand for a school bus full of screaming children, it's the machine you should consider. The ZENY has a huge hopper you can fill up with ice of any size and shape, with a plunger that pushes it through the blades. In a nice safety feature, the motor shuts off automatically when the plunger opens. We got remarkably consistent texture from batch to batch, even when we tried pushing on the plunger with more and less force. The crushed ice shoots out of the machine into an attached rotating bowl, which is actually quite a bit smaller than the hopper. One hopper load filled the bowl 3 times in our test.
At number 3.
Snowie, Little Snowie. Little Snowie Max Snow Cone Machine Review. The Snowie company is a maker of commercial shaved ice machines that cost thousands of dollars, and some of those commercial features are incorporated in its Little Snowie machines designed and priced for home use. The Little Snowie Max's angled dispensing system lets you fill a cup or cone directly, and it has a domed spout that makes it easy to create the proper rounded top. This machine uses standard ice cubes, so you don't need to freeze special shapes, and it's designed to look at home on the counter right next to the toaster and coffee machine. It's not exactly tiny, but the Little Snowie Max does manage to fit an impressive capacity into its footprint. The hopper holds a half-gallon of ice cubes, which was enough for 9 extra large servings from a single batch. The kit includes 8-ounce cups, which are quite a bit bigger than the classic paper cone. It also comes with 6 packets of syrup mix in assorted flavors and colors, plus 2 dispenser bottles with spouts to mix in and pour from.
Number 2 of my list.
Shaved Ice Machine. The Shoxel machine makes fine, flaky shaved ice, and it does so for $20. The catch is that you have to crank it yourself. We were honestly surprised in testing how consistent a texture we got from this manual unit. You tighten the lid in place after loading in an ice block, which keeps even pressure against the blade regardless of how fast or slow you turn the crank. The Shoxel's blade works kind of like a cheese grater, making ultra-thin slices of ice rather than breaking into a more snow cone-like pebble. The result is a delicate, fluffy dessert that holds syrup well. It melts faster than the crunchier-style snow cone, though in our tests the ice retained pretty good texture even after 5 minutes on the counter. Part of the reason this machine is so consistent is that it uses an ice puck sized exactly to fit. That's an advantage in one way, but not in another. Each one takes at least 6 hours to freeze completely, and there's only 1 mold included. The puck makes around 3 servings, which means you can't get a ton of shaved ice out of this machine without a lot of pre-freezing.
And number 1.
QuasiInert Snow Cone. QuasiInert Snow Cone Maker Review. While a lot of snow cone makers need special ice blocks you have to freeze ahead of time, this handy little machine can use any kind of ice cube straight from your freezer or a store-bought bag, and it can crush enough ice for 4 or 5 cones per minute. You load cubes into the hopper, then press down onto the handle to push it through the blades into the bin below. In testing, it took 6 hopper loads to completely fill the bin, and that was enough ice for 13 standard-sized snow cones. Setup for the QuasiInert is incredibly easy, and using it is entirely foolproof as there's nothing to measure and no settings to adjust. It gave us classic crunchy bits, small enough to absorb syrup and hold a domed shape but not the finest crushed snow cone you can get. The speed and efficiency of operation, and the flip-out trays that hold 4 cones for syruping, make this the ideal machine for a birthday party or summer get-together where you need lots of ice, fast. It might not be the best choice for the serious crushed ice aficionado who wants more control over texture.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.